What up, Aggies and everybody else? This is your boy A&T-roy with another report of the unofficial-ish A&T athletics report. Again, I always forget all this stuff. Like, share, comment, but most of all, subscribe to this report so that you can get all the other ones that come along every week. So I got a few things this week, but first of all, let me get my background sounds going here. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but so this week, let me recap some stuff that happened. Some of the things that happened last week. So because Florida A&M had to postpone, we had to postpone our 2 games with Florida A&M this past week. We were able to schedule a game with a very little known HBCU, to tell you the truth. They are based out of Atlanta. It's called Carver College. How about I went to Clark Atlanta's MBA program back in the mid-90s, and I never heard of Carver College. So as I understand it, it is a very small HBCU religious school. Seems like they have less than 100 kids. But we were able to schedule Carver College and played them on Saturday after the Lady Aggies, which I'll talk about here in a minute. We played them Saturday at 4 p.m. And so it wasn't in my report, but I think I actually did a special report that told about being able to watch it and all that stuff. I was actually surprised this weekend that we were using Flow Sports for some of our telecasts. So not only Flow Sports are we using, but we're also using, Flow Hoops. But we're also using Sidearm Sports. So I've now got 3 subscriptions. ESPN Plus, which is great. I mean, you get to see a whole lot of stuff. It's only about $5 or a little less than $6, something like that a month. If you get an annual package. I got a subscription to Sidearm Sports and I got a subscription to Flow Hoops. Now, the good thing about it is I'm not spending money on gas and all that stuff, driving up to Greensboro and actually buying a ticket to games. And so, it kind of weighed itself out. I think it's $30 a month, and I'll probably do that two months for Flow Hoops to go to the tournament if all this is actually played, because man, it's a lot of postponements and cancellations are going on. And then I got Sidearm in case, we use that platform. So yeah, I got 3 subscriptions that I'm able to watch games and events that we have for our athletics. So as we should have, we actually blew Carver College out like it was nobody's business. Actually, it looked really shaky in the first half. It was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? We can't play NBAC games, especially against the very good teams, the way we're playing this team today. But how about in the second half, we ended up scoring a total of 70 points. I don't know what Coach Jones did when he went into at halftime, but those guys came out and played much better defense. I think they held them under 25 points in the second half. And we scored 70 and we beat them by 60 plus, which we should have done. So that was good. Man, I'm going to tell you what, these Lady Aggies, I think they're going to be something special. Barring a bunch of injuries, COVID issues, and other kinds of issues that can get in the way. So the Lady Aggies welcome the Spartans of, the Lady Spartans, I guess they go by that. The Lady Spartans of Norfolk State University into Club Corbett. And on Saturday, we beat them by 13. And on Sunday, we beat them by 17. But let me talk a little bit about those 2 things. Both games, we didn't have our starting center, Jayla Jones-Pack. So we didn't have our center to guard the middle. She blocks a lot of shots. She's a pretty good post player and mid-range jump shooter. So we didn't have her in either game. And also, let me say, I think I've said this already, we actually start 2 true freshmen. Point guard. Listen, that's the head of the snake when you use it in that term. a true freshman at point guard. And then I think Demaya Tucker plays two guard. So our two guards are true freshmen. We also have several freshmen that come off the bench and give us true freshmen that come off the bench and give us good minutes. Man, this team is young but very talented. So yes, we beat Norfolk State by 13 on Saturday and 17 on Sunday. But I'll tell you what, on Sunday, I think the halftime score was like 16-12. Oh man, we couldn't buy a bucket. I mean, right at the cup, at the basket. Couldn't put in layups or putbacks or any of that kind of stuff in the first half. Good thing was our defense. Defense really bailed us out in these two games. Norfolk State apparently has a very experienced upperclassman laden or loaded squad. And so even though we're young, even though we didn't have our starting center, we beat them by 13 and 17 points. And let me also say that, as I understand it, I didn't go back and look, but I think they were predicted to either win or be one of the top teams in the Northern Division of the MEAC this year. So man, those are great wins. All right, on to track and field for men and women. How about our young men and young ladies went over to the University of Kentucky? Matter of fact, in my report last time, I also said that they were going to Virginia Tech. They actually did not go to Virginia Tech. That was in the article, but they only went to the University of Kentucky. But man, they went over there to the University of Kentucky in that meet that they held, their indoor meet, and they showed out. First day it looked kind of shaky. We didn't get anything too much. Our young man who participated in the long jump ended up winning the long jump, and so that was pretty good. But on Sunday, oh my gosh, the speed running events, oh man, first, second, relay winnings. Many of our athletes placed, and though they didn't do this like a track meet where like MEAC championships where you keep scoring and figure out who won, we won a lot of events, came in second, third place, all over the place. So a great start to the men's and women's indoor track and field season. And so in the comments, I'm going to give you the information about what's happening this week with track and field, because we do have some stuff. All right. So great for track and field. Great. So upcoming, you're also going to see in the comments what I see on the current schedule for the Lady Aggies. Is a game on, I think, Saturday or Sunday. I think it's the 23rd, so I think that will be Saturday. But the details will be in the comments. We'll see if they get to play that game. How about our two games over in the Dougal Gymnasium at our little sibling in Durham have been postponed for the men. Oh man, I'm so upset. Come on. I hope it wasn't us. I mean, we just played Saturday. Maybe we got something there. I don't know. But our little sibling in Durham, I'm not going to say their name, they actually haven't played a men's basketball game since December 12th. They've had to postpone several games since then. So I don't know where the issue is, but all I know is that the games have been postponed, and I don't see them rescheduled yet. All right. So the last thing is, I think I said this already. Track and field, there's an event this coming weekend, so I'm going to post that in the comments too. So just like I'm starting to do for all the other events, instead of telling you here, I'm going to put them in the comments so you can go and look in the comments and see everything that's coming up for that particular week. All right, so let's talk a little football. Like I said last week, and maybe even the week before, the team came back. Last week, they reported, I think, Monday, and they were supposed to start practice today or this week sometime. Well, we got some good news, and that is that our starting running back, Jermaine Martin, has decided that he's going to come back and play in at least the spring games if we have them. So that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, though. I believe our stable of running backs is very good, though we haven't seen a whole lot of them other than then Jermaine, and Keyshawn Baker, our first and second teams. I think based on, watching some of the work that they were doing, that we've got some other running backs that can be pretty good assets for us. And of course, we all understand that North Carolina A&T is what is commonly referred to as running back U, or RBU. So Ja is coming back, so that's a good thing. Also, and this is out in public space, Greensboro News and Record reported that when the kids came back, we have 7 positive cases of COVID. So hopefully those kids will be all right, and we'll do all the things we need to do, and they'll be able to get back and do be able to practice with us and all that stuff. So I think that's all I have for this week. Man, I'm looking forward to football season. I know that, and hopefully basketball season will get itself together, and we can get these games in, and kids will be okay and won't get really sick and all that kind of stuff. So with that said, as is usually the case, Aggie Pride.